Hello and welcome to Washington Exec's video series. I'm Amanda Ziade with Washington Exec, and with me today is Stephen Gillott. He is CEO of Reinventing Geospatial, or RGI. Thank you so much for joining me today, Stephen.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Really appreciate the opportunity to talk about our scholarship.
Of course. So I see that RGI is offering a scholarship through the US Geospatial uh, Intelligence Foundation. So can you tell me a bit about it?
Yeah, back in 2018, we decided to partner with USGIF to provide our annual $10,000 scholarship. What our focus was is on students who have a passion for careers in education in both the geospatial and the computer engineering disciplines. People that want to bring those two disciplines together to bring solutions to the mission. To date, we've made awards to 3 different students. All have begun careers in the geosciences or the geospatial intelligence markets.
So why did you start the program?
It aligns really well with the reason why I started RGI, which is to have an immediate impact. I started RGI because I believe that we could have a larger impact on both technologies and national security. With the advent of our community engagement programs, we set off to do the same thing, in the sense of how can we have a positive impact on the community. I come from a family that values education as one of the key steps in just about anything, which is why so many of our community engagement programs are centered on education, be it where we partnered with Food for Others in providing the Power Pack program, where we're focused on bringing food to children over the weekend in between their subsidized school meals, with the primary thought process there that you can't learn when you're hungry. We also have a program that we work with Facets, where our engineers volunteer and bring computer technology into hypothermia clinics, where we work with their guests, both on their resumes, on basic IT support, but also helping them, with the confidence to secure their next job, to get themselves back on their own 2 feet. As well, at the beginning of the pandemic, we donated a whole series of old laptops and actually old and new laptops and iPads to local children who were making that transition from the physical classroom to the virtual classroom. So in many ways, the RGI Scholarship is just another way that we're trying to contribute to education, as we see that as such a critical step in just about everything that a person does.
Yeah, that's really amazing. Have you seen the impacts of your efforts so far?
Yeah, I mean, thus far we've had 3 scholarship winners over the last 3 years. They are all very talented individuals that come from Northwestern Missouri State University, the University of Southern California, and the Ohio State University. So what this is doing really for the geospatial intelligence community is helping with the war on talent. Obviously, a small piece is we're a small player, but every little step helps. I mean, the war on talent's not going to get better. The war on clearances isn't going to get better. And we just want to think that we're having just that small impact on our community for both RGI as well as the mission.
Do you have any advice for students?
Applying for the scholarship? You throw me a curveball. You guys can. Advice for the students is to get involved with an internship program and the co-ops. They're so valuable during your 4 or 5 year education, to not only take what you're learning in the classroom, but jump into the work environment, see how it's applied to the mission, see how what real world scenarios, and the classroom, I always say in the real world, but jumping into those real world scenarios and how what you're learning really matters, and how can you take that back to the classroom to enhance everyone's education. So those internships and co-ops, taking that time through your education to do that is just so important. That's one of the reasons why we started our internship program, where I think to date we've done 60 or 70 students over the last few years. So at our size, that is a huge impact. I mean, for the large guys, obviously that's still pretty small numbers, but to be able to say that we've helped with the education of 60 to 70 geospatial computer engineers is really remarkable in my eyes. One of the real big accomplishments that we're pretty proud of.
Awesome. Well, that's amazing. And we do want to note the deadline, which is May 16th.
Yeah. It's pretty soon. Yep. I was noticing that, but yeah, in terms of everyone, if help us get the word out. It's not too late to apply. The application it wouldn't be too daunting to pull together, but the deadline is May 16th. But please help us spread the word so that we can get as many applicants out as possible.
Awesome. Well, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll absolutely help you spread the word. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate your time. Thank you so much.